Today we're going to do something a little bit different. Today we're going to talk about Zillow with one of my favorite people from Zillow, Qadra Evans. We're going to talk about some of the myths, some of the things that Zillow is doing to help us as agents, and we're going to talk a little bit about one of her hobbies, chasing wild animals in the African safari. That's up next on today's episode of Cheeseburgers with Mike Weinstein.
Hello, this is Qadra.
Hey Qadra, Mike here. I hear you're in town today, so I know you don't eat no meat, but I thought we'd go get a burger today. What do you think?
Yeah, Mike, let's go get a veggie burger.
Oh, veggie burgers are terrible, but I'll pick you up in a minute. See you then.
Bye-bye.
All right, Mike Weinstein here with our good friend Qadra Evans from the Zillow Group. Came all the way down from Denver to grab a cheeseburger with me today. So my reputation must be preceding me and moving across state boundaries.
I wouldn't say that, Mike.
And so we want to, before we get going, is really give our audience a chance to get to know you. So one of your hobbies, one of the things that you like to do is you literally like to go running through the jungle chasing gorillas. So how does that work, and why would, and I'm not joking, but why would anyone want to go and chase gorillas?
Well, we didn't really chase them. We hung out with them. It's the second time I've done it. I'm a wildlife fanatic, and if I can go hang out with gorillas in their natural habitat, I'm going to do it.
Do you have friends? All right, so let's talk a little bit about Zillow. I want to just get started with talking about some of the myths out there. One of the myths out there is people and agents are under the assumption that Zillow is trying to take over the world, start their own brokerage where they're selling houses and really trying to put agents out of business. Let's talk about that and help dispel that myth for us.
Well, you and I have talked about it in depth quite a bit, but
over several cheeseburgers at that.
Over all of our feeding times. And, you know, Zillow operates on advertising and media margins first, and those are much greater than brokerage margins. And so that's one. Two, we are a publicly traded company, and we are valued based on our current business model. If we were to become a brokerage, that would disrupt our current business model and essentially devalue the company immediately. So agents are our clients. We have no interest in putting them out of business. What we are doing is building tools and technology to keep our agents with the upper hand. We want them to be successful because that in turn makes them more successful.
Right.
It makes us more successful.
Yeah. All right, so one of a lot of our agents use Zillow. What are some of the common mistakes or the common things that agents aren't doing to just even maximize their profile or maximize their presence on Zillow?
Well, we talk to agents all the time about this because if you ever look through Zillow, there are a lot of profiles that don't even have a picture, and there's a way.
A gray avatar is not appealing to.
It's not appealing to consumers. I always ask agents, "Would you pick you?" would you choose you out of a lineup of real estate agents? And if the answer is no, then there's a lot of opportunity for you to really beef up your profile.
That's funny. We tell agents all the time, take a look at what you've done over the last 3 days, and if you were your own boss, would you keep you around?
It's so true. It's so true. It goes the same way. Just put your consumer hat on, and if you wouldn't pick you as your real estate agent, then you're not doing it right.
All right, and then so what are some tips as far as our profiles that we can do?
It sounds really obvious, Mike, but have
Besides
a picture.
Have
a picture. You know, when you're writing your profile, make it compelling. Make it something people want to read. Make it so they know exactly what you specialize in, where you shine, and then make sure that you've got reviews, and make sure that you've got your past sales.
And then anything that you don't know how to do, you can always go on Zillow's website and get answers.
Zillow has resources for everything you could possibly want a resource for. We've got tutorials on anything as basic as just creating a profile.
Now, Google and Zillow are similar in the sense that it's all about the consumer experience. And if people who are on Google aren't finding what they're searching for, they're going to go to another search engine. And that's why Google is continually updating its algorithm and so forth. So Zillow's the same thing. If consumers are on Zillow looking at homes, and their experience is poor, they're going to go somewhere else, which is not good for you guys. But really, some of the common, what are some of the common complaints that consumers are having as far as response time and so forth?
Well, over 50% of consumers that are actually submitting a contact form to us don't ever get a response. That includes from agents that are paying us for leads. So pick up the phone is the number one, it's the number one thing that is the game changer for a consumer.
All right, we're gonna do a little ordering here. We're at by the way, we're at Jack in the Box, I think. Are we?
I don't know where we are.
Yeah, that's
the drive-through is an unfamiliar thing to me, Mike.
You don't go to the drive-thrus?
Never. Only Starbucks.
Well, Starbucks doesn't count. Starbucks is horrible.
Well, so then no.
All right, what do you like? You want a jumbo jack cheeseburger, sourdough jack?
Oh, we're gonna go with some chicken.
Chicken. So one of the things I think that's a huge advantage, not only for you, but for agents who talk to you, you have a real estate license. You sold real estate for a long time. So you come from the real estate agent perspective, which is different from a lot of other people that we talk to at Zillow. So being an agent now, knowing what you know now about Zillow, how would you take advantage of Zillow if you were an agent?
Well,
that was a cop. I was hoping he was going to pull up and come to the car.
What are you guys doing?
That'd be so fantastic. Okay, anyway, sorry, go on.
Blooper reel. No, I think it's just really important to, not only with Zillow, but with everything that you have at your disposal online, and all the different ways that you can market yourself and your listings, and you can work just on behalf of your clients that much better in the online space. So I think it's just really important to enhance your brand on every single platform, not just Zillow.
Now, Zillow spends a great deal of money, and we're talking about in the hundreds of millions of dollars through doing research and development and taking a look at all the different society segments, different age groups, and so forth. But one of the most talked about age groups right now are the millennial buyers or sellers. What are you seeing, or what is Zillow reporting as some of the highlights of the behaviors of a millennial real estate prospect?
Well, millennials have really never known a world without technology. They've known Amazon almost their entire lives, and so all of their daily habits, everything kind of starts with technology, which is different from the rest of us. We know a world with pagers, we know cassette tapes and VHS tapes, and so we
8-track tapes.
Oh man, woo! You just dated yourself with that one. But you know, everything revolves around technology. They are used to reading reviews for everything. They use the internet for every single part of their life, and that's where their habits are. And so, as the largest group of home buyers and sellers, it tells me that, you know, you can't ignore them anymore. You've got to start developing yourself as an agent, and Zillow has to start developing and evolving to make sure that we're reaching this customer.
And how would, if you were again an agent again, how would you go about doing that personally?
I think reviews become really, really important. If that's where millennials are finding their agents, is from reviews and doing online research, then I want as many reviews as possible. And
I know a lot of agents don't put a great value in online reviews as far as for real estate agents on Zillow and maybe even some other platforms. But I challenge every agent to think about the last 3 to 4 things that they've purchased on Amazon, because Amazon, you're kind of buying things through faith, you know, and
you can't touch it.
You can't see it till it gets delivered there. And so we are so dependent on reviews. For me personally, someone in a little bit older generation, not in the millennial generation, I'm even reliant on reviews. And so millennials are definitely taking great stock in reviews.
They trust reviews just as if a friend was referring them. So that should tell you everything you need to know about the importance of reviews.
PA4. I think this is really, really exciting. One of the common complaints that we get is as agents is they're not really leads. I'm getting all these phone numbers and nobody's returning my phone call and nobody's responding to me. But statistics suggest that most agents are giving up after 2 attempts anyway, so it takes multiple attempts. So what Zillow's now trying to do is do a little more validating of these leads and providing agents with better connections. Let's talk about that.
Yeah, PA4 is groundbreaking in my opinion.
When you first told me about that, I thought it was another workout regimen, and I was freaking out. I'm like, I didn't want to do the P90X and the PA4 or anything that begins with a P. Forget, I'm out.
We just stick to burgers for you. No workout regimens. But PA4, it's groundbreaking, and it's really trying to solve problems not only for agents but for consumers. So we're trying to make everybody happy in the equation, because the better experience both agents and consumers have, the happier everybody is, the happier everybody is with the Zillow experience as well. So, we're really taking the heavy lifting off of agents, and we're doing the lead management. And then once the lead is ready to go and they want to start looking at houses, they're ready to engage with an agent, that's when we're handing it off. So it's already a hot, quote unquote, hot lead when it gets to an agent.
So where is Zillow seeing our industry going in the next couple of years? What are you guys preparing for as far as a real estate market or an industry as a whole?
That's a really interesting question. We just had our broker forum in Chicago and talked a lot about that, because just like agents are worried about disruption, Zillow's got his eyes on a lot of different companies that are coming into play that could threaten us. And so it's just kind of a game of finding different streams of revenue, finding different businesses within our current business. And you guys have seen that with Zillow Offers. We're trying to help agents combat some of these companies that are really trying to edge out realtors. And I think we're going to see that more and more. And we're also going to see big data and AI really start to form the industry and deliver a consumer experience like nobody's really ever seen before.
And in order for you to be successful, we as agents need to be successful.
Absolutely. And, I think there's a lot of this perception out in the real estate industry that it's a Zillow versus real estate industry kind of mentality, and that's not it at all. Zillow wants to empower real estate agents and brokerages. We want to partner with them, because without you guys, we're not successful.
All right. And last question. You got the rare experience, privilege, and honor of experiencing your first Boys Burger Club at Zinburger. Give us your thoughts and the message to those people who aren't part of the burger ambassadorship movement.
I mean, it's a pretty monumental thing to be a girl involved in the Boys Burger Club for the first time
for the record,
ever.
It's just the name. It says on our description, men, women, and pets. Okay? Children have been left out.
Thank God. Thank God. No, it's a really fun group, and I love that, there's no real big objective. You just are trying burgers at all different places. It's great.
I love that. And that's very insightful, because I get so many questions, and I'm like, okay, rule number 1, don't overthink it. We're just eating burgers. All right. Qadra Evans from the Zillow Group. Appreciate you flying out from Denver. Thanks for being here.
Thanks.
All right, we are riding along with our good friend Qadra Evans from the Zillow Group. Welcome to Phoenix.
Thanks.
You love
Thanks
Phoenix,
for having
don't
me.
Came all the way down. There's a stupid fly in this truck. That's annoying. Anyway, so we appreciate you coming down. First of all, most of our viewers don't. Everybody knows who Zillow is. May not know. Let's see if I can get it real quick. Nope. Okay, we're gonna have to start over. Oh my God, that fly's gonna kill me. Oh my gosh. Oh, let's see if we can get this bastard out of here.
Here.
Oh, get him out of it.
There he went.
Oh, there he went. All right, we're gonna start that over.
Are you sure? Classic.
Do I got a handprint on my forehead?
Solid gold.